Hey everyone, this is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. Super excited to be here this morning. We are here with we're in the heart of Bronzeville, I was told. So I'm super excited about being in Bronzeville today with a special lady named Kenya here. So before we go into the show, you are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. My name is Jennifer Sanchez. I am the founder of the Wise Alliance Network, also the Wise Coffee Chat, where we have a cup of inspiration, conversation, motivation every Monday morning. And of course, I'm a real estate investor, a big networker. I put together retreats, conferences, masterminds. So I do a lot, but that is enough about me. So let me give time for my guest to introduce herself. So Kenya, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Hey, everybody. My name is Kenya Renee. I am the owner of Absolutely Anything Essential. That's AAE. We are a gift shop, entertainment space, and experience location here in the heart of Bronzeville. We're at 3521 South King Drive. I'm also the director of FAM Entertainment Theater Company. So we put on a lot of productions, a lot of events, a lot of, like we said, inspiration, motivation.
Beautiful. I love that. So we are here, and you also have a special guest with
Oh
us.
my gosh. And so I'm going to let her introduce herself. But we are a collective of small business owners here inside of our establishment. We've been here for 9 years now. So I want to just introduce you to one of our members.
Hi, I'm Andrea Mosley, and I am the founder and CEO of Inspire Her Chicago, which is a teen mentorship program right here in the heart of Bronzeville. We mentor girls ages 11 to 19. And, like she said, I'm a part of the collective here. So we're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So, of course, as part of our show, one of the things that we like to do is we love to chat over coffee, right? It's called the Wise Coffee Chat. So, I saw that we have some coffee here. So, I'm just curious. I don't see her with a cup, but this is yours. Okay. Okay. So, what are you drinking? I really believe for those that are watching, feel free to also chime in. What is the coffee that you're drinking this morning?
Actually, I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I love their tea. So this is chai tea latte with oat milk, no water, extra pump of chai, and hazelnut syrup. It is the bomb.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do something real quick here. I'll need that one. Awesome. So, why that? Why? So, you're drinking that. Why do you choose that flavor? I'm just curious.
Because it feels warm. It reminds me of like Christmas in a cup kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it helps me to get my day going. I am not a morning person, but if I get this chai tea latte from Starbucks with some hazelnut in it, I am good.
Not nice, nice. Okay, Kenya, what are you drinking? What do you got here?
Right. We are talking about decaf. Okay. So with a shot of vanilla as well as peppermint. I choose decaf because caffeine really sends me into a loop. So,
Does it?
yeah, I'm of that age right now where the hot sweats come on down. So, I got to
Okay.
watch my caffeine intake. So, decaf with a shot of vanilla and mint gets me right.
I love that. I love that. So me, white mocha, I think soy milk, one pump of the syrup. I just that's just my go-to. And it's like when you were like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Just give me this. It's okay." Like something quick, easy, right? To me, I like chocolate. I like sweet, but typically I go with black coffee, just straight black, no cream, no sugar, nothing. But I'm in my no season where I'm drinking and eating whatever I feel like eating. So I am not, sometimes we need those seasons, right? So, Kenya, going to you, you do so much. You're a big community activist from what I see, right? When I met you, you do media stuff as well. You're in production, right? You do film, right? You work in film. So I was like, wow, you do a lot. So take us back to the beginning as what led you to be the Kenya that you are today?
Oh, my goodness. So, I come from a family of entrepreneurs, number one. And then I graduated from Curie Performing Arts High School. So it was there when I began my training as an actress and musical theater very heavily. I went on to Chicago State University and it was in the theater department there. And from there, I started producing stage plays, films, and a lot of entertainment ventures and events in Chicago. Fast forward to 2016, I won the Chicago business plan competition with the Chicago Urban
Oh,
League.
that's awesome.
Yes, I am forever indebted to the Urban League. And they actually gave me the seed money for this establishment. I got it to open up the theater company initially. And then I'm like, well, that's a non for profit, right? I'm like, well, what's going to help the non for profit prosper? And because I ran with a lot of handmade artisans and vendors, I said, let's open up the gift shop on a lower level. So that's how everything began 2016, August 1st, 2016.
2016. So you're gonna hit 10
Well, I hit
years.
9 years just on August 1st.
Oh wow,
9 years.
congrats.
Yep.
9 years. That's a long time. How do you feel about, you know how they say statistically most businesses fail after 5 years?
I would say I definitely can see that, especially us. We went through, I went through some health issues when we first opened up. I mean, I actually went blind in one eye
Oh
when
wow.
it was doing the ribbon cutting. So that was a challenge. And then COVID hit. That was a challenge because we were shut down, the gift shop as well as the theater was shut down. And just, hiccups in the road, losing family members, it knocks us out. So when
Yeah.
it comes to small businesses, sometimes we're the sole proprietor. We're the only one running that establishment. So once we go out, the business goes out too. So, but you just have to have, the community needs to rise up more than ever before now and really support small business owners.
I love that you're doing that. So it's something that's deep in your heart to support the entrepreneur. Clearly, right? Because you have someone here and you have a collective. So how does that actually, for those that are watching, how does that actually work? How do you provide support to the other entrepreneurs besides allowing them to have space here?
Well, our model was a little bit different than all the other models when we first opened our doors in 2016. So we're not a consignment shop.
Okay.
We are a collective and incubator space for small business owners to run their business inside of our establishment. So not only can they make their products here, they could sell their products here. They can utilize the space for meetings and their own events as well. So
Sure.
this needs to be their hub for their business. So that's what makes us a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah, and then Bronzeville, I love Bronzeville, right? So what made you choose out of all of Chicagoland, why Bronzeville?
Oh my goodness. Now, this was not, I'm going to be honest, this was not my first choice, but I am so grateful that I made the choice and God placed me here personally. My first choice was where I grew up, right? 87th and Stony Island. But looking at those businesses and the lack of community support, especially from, the political figures there and that ward, uh, I'm grateful because this has so much history right here.
Yeah,
Bronzeville is where, African Americans came from the early days. We're right in front of the Freedom Statue on the corner of 35th and King Drive. Such a legendary building we're in. We're in the Supreme Life Building, insurance building, which was the first insurance company in Chicago back in the early
really
1900s. So we are in a legendary building, and we're happy to carry on that legacy of entertainment, entrepreneurship, and supporting fellow small business owners.
nice, nice. So, and we'll go to your guest in a second. So we're here, we're in Bronzeville, we're on 35th and Martin Luther King Drive, right? What kind of businesses, for those that are watching, like what kind of businesses are in the area since you support on small business so that they understand, like what is it like composed of?
Yeah, so I would say, let me start with my community partners first. I want to give a shout out to the Black Star Project. The Black Star Project is legendary in itself, founded by Dr. Philip Jackson. He's gone on now, is now ran by Miss Gloria Smith, his sister. They really focus on the youth entrepreneurship, uh, teaching the younger children about building wealth. And then we're also in the same building as the Bud Billigan Parade.
I saw that when I
Yes.
was walking in. I was like, oh, it's coming up, right? Their Bud Billiken Parade is
Yes, so
coming up
we
actually
want to
pretty
say
soon.
happy birthday to the Bud Billiken Parade. They're either making 100 or 101, something like that. I want to give it up to Ms. Maiti Senstack Rice, who is now the executive director of the Bud Billiken Parade. They are our community partners. Come on out on August 9th, which is this Saturday,
Yeah.
to have fun with the Bud Billiken Parade.
Can you educate the viewers? Because I know we have listeners from all Chicagoland area, right? So we have from up north, the south, up real far west. So what is the Bud Billiken Parade
Oh
and
my
what
God.
does that represent?
The Bud Billiken Parade, number one, is a back to school celebration. So no matter where you live, bring the young ones out, and you even come out and experience the magnitude of families hanging out together. So it's definitely a family centered, the largest parade. The largest parade in the whole United States, actually. It really truly is. So come on out, come to the South Side, come on King Drive, come experience culture, giving, loving, and see all of the dancing, the different businesses that support. Over 200 businesses support.
Wow.
It's tons of floats. It's tons of organizations. So come on out and experience that. But it is definitely a parade as we encourage back to school time.
It's just happy kids are going back to school. Like
That's what that is.
you
Hey,
know.
bye bye now.
So are you a mom yourself as
I have
well?
older children. I have, grown adult children, and I have one grandbaby, and they have always assisted me from promotion since they were like as young as 6 years old.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
and now they're 27 and 30.
Oh, wow. So you went into Curie, right? And you started doing you enjoyed performing and acting, right? And then that's what led you where you're at now. How did you know that that was your thing? Like, because sometimes you go, right? You go and try something, you're like, I don't like this, let me try something else. What made you deep and you're like, yeah, this is the area that I want to be in?
I was always a dramatic individual. Okay. To me, dreams are realities in the making. I would
Yeah.
dream so much about me being a celebrity, being on TV stations, and I have done that in many aspects of my life. I've been in films and plays, but I'm also more of a boss chick, I would say. Me listening and working for people are like a very minimum, it's like, no, no, I'd rather be the boss. So I just love being in this role I'm in. I'm forever grateful. But I've always had entrepreneurship in my heart all my life.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's not an easy thing, right? At all, at all. Let's pass it over to Andrea over here. Andrea, so I mean, how long have you been in business?
We actually just started this year, and we launched in June, the end of June.
The end of June. So
Yeah.
how important is it for you to be part of a collective like Kenya's? Like how instrumental was it for your business?
Very instrumental. In fact, I'm very community oriented. That's the way I grew up. We had community. And so that being something that I wanted to recreate and to connect with somebody who had the same heart was just powerful, to me and for our organization. Being new, you need support. You need your community to lock arms with you. And that's what she did. I mean, it was so easy. I told her what I was doing, and she was like, "Oh, I got you. Come on in." And I'm like, "Yes," because I just feel like it feels so rare nowadays. So to have connected with her, to be able to launch my business, I just don't know what it would have looked like if I hadn't. So I'm so super grateful, for who she is and her heart for our community because it's so important and so very needed.
And you work with youth, correct?
I do.
So what are the type of programs that you provide specific? Like what exactly is it that you do with the youth?
So we pretty much, we teach and we serve like the total man. So everything that deals with womanhood, life skills, education, entrepreneurship, financial literacy. We even have STEAM and STEM that's being provided to our program with one of our partners called After the Peanut. Amazing
Before,
foundation.
what does STEM mean? I know it's science, technology, engineering, and math,
Math.
correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, bringing it back to the old days. I'm trying to remind myself. So those are that's you said STEM program, and you said something else. What other program was that?
Financial literacy, entrepreneurship, um, building and maintaining healthy relationships, self-esteem, building confidence, um, education, so like tutoring, um, and things like that.
Wow, you
Yeah.
provide a lot. And
Yeah.
mainly, what areas do you focus in on?
More so confidence, self-esteem, because in order to
In
get to,
location, I mean, I apologize.
oh, I'm sorry.
Location.
Oh, here, right
Here
here,
in Bronzeville
right here in
area.
Bronzeville.
So
In
the
this,
kids in this neighborhood, the youth
yes.
in this neighborhood, very nice.
However, we do have children from like all over the city.
Really?
Yeah, we have some kids from the west side. We got kids from, far south, but most of them are in the area.
Nice. And what led you to want to do this? Like what for you, led you or inspired you to even open up an organization like that?
Oh man. It's because mentorship changed my life. So knowing the impact of what mentorship can do for anybody, like I'm such an advocate for it. I don't, I come from a two-parent household, so I don't believe that mentorship is just for kids who come from broken homes, because that's, usually what you hear,
Yeah,
right?
I could see that.
But it doesn't matter who you are, having a community of people who are for you, who support you, who are guiding you in a positive way is just it's paramount to being great. I always quote this phrase, and I need to look it up so I can get it right. But basically it says, if you want to go far, you go along. But no, if you want to go fast, you go along.
Yes.
If you want to go far, you like go with a group.
Together.
Go
Yeah.
together. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yes,
You
I have
go,
a mentor
you
that
go
says that all
together.
the time. I hear it all the time, actually.
Yeah. So, even for my child, she's a part of the program and I'm excited about it because she gets to see and experience what womanhood and life looks like, not just from my perspective and her dad's perspective, but from other women who've lived different lives and who are on different paths. And so her view of the world and her options are vast now,
Yeah.
and so I think that's important because I can only give her what I've experienced and what I know. But Kenya has a whole nother path of experience, education, all those things. So having Kenya a part of that community, that gives my baby a bit of wealth, right? And so, that's what we want to provide for our girls.
Yeah, and I think piggybacking on what you just said, it makes sense because sometimes kids don't listen to their parents,
Exactly.
right? And you need someone else's voice there.
Yeah, no, seriously. In my house, and the way that I was raised, like kids were to be seen and not heard. And so me and my mom didn't have that open communication kind of relationship. So there were a lot of things that I felt like I couldn't tell her because I didn't want to get in trouble. Or I didn't want her to see me a particular way. So I was trying to work it out in my mind or ask my friends who didn't know anything either. They knew just as much as I knew.
Yeah.
And so to be in a space where I was gathering information from all kind of sources, not really knowing what that could lead to, it could have been bad, but I thank God for the women that did come into my life to show me a different way, a better way, another way. And so that is what we want to provide for
That-
our girls.
That's great. And then, so do you do a lot of the programs out here in this space right
Yeah,
here?
in
or
this
you go
space here.
to schools or
No, this space here. So we definitely want to have a leg in the schools at some point, but this is our first year, so we're grounding ourselves. This is our pilot year, seeing what works and what doesn't, so that when we move forward, we're stronger and in our reach.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. So passing it on to Kenya, how many businesses are here again that you're servicing?
We currently have 10 businesses here.
Okay.
Many of us are CPS vendors. So we do go into the Chicago Public Schools and we teach children through the creative arts. So we teach them how to work with their hands to build certain crafts where they can get paid for it. Like myself, I teach soap making and
Oh, wow.
yeah, vision boarding as expression and perfume making. So when I teach that in the schools, they should be able to go out and make their own products and be able to sell their products too. So that's what a lot of us here are. We're handmade artisans who teach and inspire through our crafts.
So hearing a story like Andrea's here, right? What does that do for you?
Well, it warms my heart because our theater is called FAM Entertainment. That means we focus on achievement and motivation through entertainment. So we do the sneak tip. So when you come and see a stage play here, a 3-person show, you're thinking you just come to see a stage play that's very good. But when you leave, now you're encouraged to be better. So when Andrea told me about her organization, she fit right in with us because that's what we do, motivate teen girls, women, entrepreneurs, and artists.
Nice. So what are the other organizations that you have besides the youth program? What other businesses do you have?
Okay, so we have Ron's Way, and Ron's Way is an organization that focuses on the 60 plus. So women who are 60 plus, they come here, they exercise here, they dance here, they do coloring sips here. It's a healthy lifestyle for those 60 plus. We have PJ Style Design. She teaches, she's a retired high school educator, so is Ron's Way. She teaches wood crafting here. And then we have a young lady, Alicia Washington, in her element. She teaches sewing, so you can make custom stress balls and stress pillows and things of that nature. And she's a coach. So we have different organizations like that. We also have a performing arts group that is here, Cassandra Bell Studios. So she has a lot of
Oh,
the
Cassandra Bell.
Yes.
It was in her fashion show. Yeah.
So she does the component filmmaking, acting classes. We also have the Believers Catering Company that's here once a month. So if you want to get certified with food sanitation, if you want your manager certificate,
Cool.
you could come here once a month. The next day is August 25th, and you could come on and get your food sanitation license. We also do certification classes for those who are cosmetologists, estheticians. They could come here and get their credit hours, their continuing education credit hours. Yeah.
Wow, those are a lot. That's a lot of stuff that you guys
We do
provide
a lot.
here.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is that it's all part of the community and kind of one supporting another, which it's unique, right? Sometimes there's businesses and organizations that don't want to help one another, and they're like, "You're in it for yourself. Figure it out," right? But you guys don't have that mentality here.
No, because we know what it takes, and it takes a village. So we're a village here. We're small, we're 3 levels, but we pack a punch here with our certifications. So come on out, check us out on the weekends. You could shop with us on the weekend. Okay. You could take a class with us on the weekend. You can have a great time. You can rent the space.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can be a part of some of the programming that we have here.
All right. So what we're going to do right now is don't leave. We're going to take a short, quick break and continue the conversation with Kenya and Andrea here in Bronzeville, Chicago. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial.
Brought to you by Progressive. The Elgin Police Department has announced its 2025 second quarter award recipients recognizing outstanding service on the force. Detective Ricardo Hernandez named Special Division Officer of the Quarter, Sergeant Randy Fries earning Manager of the Quarter honors, and Patrol Officer Oscar Nava celebrated as Officer of the Quarter. The Naperville Police Department is searching for Olasimabo Abasede, also known as Sinmi, who has been missing since Wednesday morning. She was last seen around 9:20 a.m. on Wednesday walking in the 2100 block of Sudbury Street. Sinmi is described as a black female, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 190 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Contact the Naperville Police if you have any information. A North Aurora resident, Aaron L. Latham, has been sentenced to 11 years in prison following his guilty plea for disseminating child pornography involving a victim under the age of 13. Prosecutors say Latham shared explicit content through a social media platform.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC, used with permission.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, haze with partly sunny skies and a high near 82. This afternoon, partly sunny. Tonight, haze before 7 p.m., then partly cloudy with a low around 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 84. Looking ahead to Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 86. Currently, it is 75 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
We are live. I didn't hear the music. So we are back, guys. Super excited because we're here with Kenya and Andrea. You know, we're super excited because we're talking about absolutely anything essential. It's the name of the business, but you have other businesses, as you were saying earlier. So if you guys are just jumping on, you're watching the Wise Coffee Chat Show. I'm Jennifer Sanchez. And we just kind of went over Kenya's story as to why she got into the arts, performing arts, and she launched this business that's a collective of small businesses right here in the Bronzeville area, which is super cool, right? And of course, we have something that we wanted to promote on the air today. You know, we have an event coming up. So can you tell us a little bit about that, Kenya?
Yes, everyone, I want you to come on out this Friday as we celebrate Bronzeville's Summer Nights. Bronzeville Summer Nights. This has been going on for over 15 years now. It is powered by Quad Community Development Corporation, and it is really to bring awareness to Bronzeville businesses. So we want everyone to come on out. We'll have a DJ out here. So again, I'm located at 3521 South King Drive. This day on the 8th, it is other businesses also participating in Bronzeville Summer Nights. So you can participate in the businesses from 43rd and Berkeley to 43rd and King Drive, and then King Drive. So I'm on King Drive. So I am at 3521 South King Drive. It's from 5 to 9. DJs, live bands, food, culture, beverages, but we definitely want you here with us because we got a lot of things you could do with us. So you can make candles with us that day on Friday. You can make soaps. You can make body scrubs. You'll see Andrea and her team out. When maybe you might want to volunteer. We're going to be having puzzling outside. Of course, we're going to have food and beverages as well. Bronzeville Summer Nights.
So about how many people come out to this event, would you say?
Roughly 200. Around 200
Everyone in
people
the
come.
community comes out.
Yeah, everyone from outside of the community and inside of the Bronzeville community comes out to support the businesses in the community. And that's very important because a lot of times you walk past certain businesses like, oh, I didn't know they were there. Right? Because you probably didn't get out and walk. You didn't take that stroll. You didn't take that bike ride like Andrea was going to do today. Okay. So we want you to get out of that house and come on and support us at 35th and King Drive on Friday.
That's typically very common, right? Sometimes people don't even know, like, until you're made aware, like, oh, this business is here. I had no idea that this business existed here, right? But it's nice that you guys are doing stuff like this so that people can highlight. Now, tell me a little bit about the actual gift shop. What are the kind of things that it's absolutely anything essential?
Correct.
Right? What are the things that are in your gift shop?
Well, number one, just think about that name.
Okay.
Absolutely anything essential, anything important, we have it for you. So we have natural herbs and teas for
Okay.
you. We teach herb classes and
Okay.
a lot of tea parties happen here. We have,
That's cute.
yes,
That's
you don't have to get dressed up unless you want to.
Oh,
Okay.
they had to.
Yeah,
I've
if you
seen-
want
I've
to,
seen
you
tea parties
can.
like that,
Yes. We have handmade soaps.
Okay.
And so we teach soap making. So not only can you come purchase the soaps, but you can come and make your own soaps. You can come by
Yeah.
yourself or with a group. We're going to
Mhm.
be doing soap making on Friday. We have CBD products. So
Okay.
for those who are into natural remedies to help with various pains and sleep apnea, then you can come and get some CBD. We actually have coloring books for adults. Now, not adult coloring books. Coloring books for adult women, okay?
Okay.
Yes, so let's get that straight right now. It is a difference. So with the coloring books, it is great meditation, uh figurines that you can use. We have books on health. Maybe if you don't want to curse anymore. I mean, it's certain books that you could choose that's right for you or someone who you want to get something for. We have different jewelry.
Mhm.
We have wooden keepsakes. So any type of gifts you want that are different, that are special, come on to us and come shop with us on the weekend. So we're open for shopping Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
Okay, so it's not every day of the
It's
week.
not every day unless we
just
have
more
anything.
on the weekends
Yeah.
that people can come out
Yeah.
to shop. Okay, that's awesome. So what is in store? You do a lot, and I'm sure it might have gone over some people's heads as we were talking, because I think you said film, you said you have the collective. What other things that you said?
Right. So listen, don't forget on the second, so the gift shop is on the lower level, by
Okay.
the way. So the garden area. It's like, oh, do I go down the stairs? Yes.
Okay.
Second floor and third floor, we are the theater company.
Okay.
We are Fam Entertainment Theater Company. So we focus on achievement and motivation through entertainment.
Okay.
So here you can come and experience our open mics,
Okay.
karaoke, which our next
Nice.
open mic and karaoke is Friday, August 22nd, y'all. Friday, August 22nd, come 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have fashion shows that take place here, a lot of casting calls that take place here. So you can always come and catch a show here at Family Entertainment Theater Company.
Is there anything specific that's coming up?
Our open mic is what's next, and we do have a fashion show that's coming up in October.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, open mic. So open mic is for those, it's just coming up, poems or
Right.
comedy or
So open mic is everything. Yeah. So it's judgment free here, period. So come on, give us a poem you wrote 10 years ago. If you are an author and you want to run a couple of chapters by us, if you are a singer, we embrace that. If you play an instrument, we love that. If you love doing karaoke, we have that section for you too. So that's what the
Wow.
open mic is, 6 to 9 p.m. It's a $10 donation that helps the theater company run, and we welcome you.
It's a safe space.
It is a safe space. We
Yes.
talk about everything under the sun here.
Not like the Apollo Theater.
Oh, God, no.
Just joking.
No. And also we have something also in October coming up. It's called the Grown Woman Tales. That's actually what this cup is about, being a grown woman.
Okay.
The Grown Woman Tales, you have to be 30 plus, and we come and we share out based on a theme. It's basically based off, sometimes it's about one of Beyonce's songs. So it's based off a theme. It has to be about you, no one else. It has to be a true story.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So anyone can be part of that, or is that something
30, you have to be 30 years old or older.
30 or
Yeah.
older and talk about something related to you?
Talk about based on that theme. Yes, related to you, based on that theme. Is a very fun day, very fun. I've heard the juiciest stories from 70-year-olds. Oh my gosh, based on the theme. But if you're ready, lovely ladies, come on out and share with us.
So what's in store for Kenya? What's in
Oh, God.
store? Because and I saw you at the Black Women Expo, right? That's where I met you, and it was like I was helping out. I was helping out a booth, promote something else, and then when I was there, we talked, and then it was just like, oh, it just kind of clicked to have you on the show. It just made sense because you were with the Chicago Urban League.
Yeah.
You were there. You're one of the businesses with their program
I
as
am.
well, right?
Yeah.
So what's in store for Kenya? Like what's coming up for her? Like, are you gonna stay here? Are you trying to launch something new? Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
I plan on opening up an additional location. We had 2 locations. One was in Orlando, Florida. Okay. Yeah. And here this is our flagship location. But definitely we're looking forward to going to the airport. We're open to
Really?
either airport. Yeah. We have our ACDBE, so we have our concessions certification, and we're certified minority woman owned business enterprise. So I definitely see myself at one of the airports, really making sure people have fun while they're waiting on their plane.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
nice.
that's us. That's been in the works for a very long time. We're going to be doing some fundraising, y'all. So at the end of this year, we're going to do a heck of a fundraising campaign to help us, one, stay in the Bronzeville community, and 2, expand to the airport.
So, and I like that, I love the fact that you guys are so community oriented. I love the fact that you're about supporting one another, right? What is it, what gives you that, like that in your heart, like fills your heart? You know how as a
Yeah.
business, there's something that fills your heart, and something that like continues to give you passion or continues to motivate you because like we said earlier, entrepreneurship is hard. Like you want to give up every moment. Like sometimes you want to throw in the towel. Sometimes you're like, I'm done with this. I'd rather just go back to corporate America, right? So what is it for you that keeps you going in this field, supporting Bronzeville, supporting the businesses in Bronzeville? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is when people do come to us and they had no clue because they probably drove past us like 150 times. And then when they be like, oh my goodness, and when they come in, when they don't want to leave, when they feel at home, when they constantly show support, like they feel motivated, when they leave, they feel um our auras, and they just feel at home and they embrace us. That happens often. So that happens almost every event. People do not want to leave. Ladies do not want to leave here. And they
Really?
really feel at home. They feel like they can, be open and share with us. That's what keeps me going at night.
Nice. Is your audience predominantly women or men?
It's predominantly women, but men come in and support us as well. But it is, I would say, probably like 75% women.
Very nice, very nice. So I love the fact. Now let's go back to Andrea here, right? What is the goal for you? Because you are new. You said you're piloting a lot of the programs. You're 1 year in, right? What is in store for you that you're trying to do with your organization? Because you're a 501c3, right? You're an established 501c3.
So not quite established. We've applied. We're still waiting to get approved, and they're backed up. So I should probably
Yes,
go.
please.
back.
It's all right. It happens, right?
But really quickly, even if you don't have your 501c3 yet, you could come with us, and we're the 501c3 that will definitely allow you to use this platform to propel your business, just like Andrea. But
That's
I'm gonna give it right back.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome that you even allow other entities to use your 501c3, which is great because I mean, it's a whole process, right? It takes money to make money. And if people don't realize that by now, you're in the wrong business, right? So we were talking about what's in store for you. Like, what are you trying to accomplish or what are your goals moving forward?
Uh, so moving forward, we would like to really see Inspire Her kind of all over. And not just a leg for teen girls, but we want to be able to provide mentorship for young adults as well. When we were launching, I had adult women saying, "Well, I need mentorship. You got something for me?" And I had people reaching in saying, well, I'm in Texas. Are you guys going to provide virtual mentorship? So I want to be able to provide virtual mentorship. Um, Life coaching is what I would call it for the young adults. And then eventually I want to add a leg for the boys, who my husband will actually help with.
Give me one sec. I want to make sure we are still live here. Okay, perfect. I was like, where did it go? But you wanted to give a leg up for the boys as well.
Absolutely. Because they're just as important as our girls.
Yeah.
But I can't give that to I can only give to
Of
the
course.
young women. So again, just trying to stabilize what we're doing before we add more. But eventually, we want to cater to the community, man, woman, child, you know what I mean, the whole family.
And Inspire Her is the name of the non-for-profit,
Yeah.
correct? So
Inspire Her Chicago.
do you have already social media platforms or websites?
I do. So it's at Inspire Her Chicago for IG, Inspire Her Chicago for Facebook, and then the website is inspireherchicago.com.
I think that's great. I think it's great that you're doing things like this for the community because mentorship is needed. Like you said earlier, sometimes
It's just look, it's essential. It really is.
it is essential. It is part of the essential organization,
Yes.
right? And the mission behind everything essential. Um, Even if a child had two parents, that doesn't mean that they're being, I don't want to say mentored incorrectly, but sometimes parents only know what they know.
Exactly. And that's all of us. We only know, what we've experienced. And life is so much bigger than just your experience, my experience. But when you put all of that together,
Yeah.
that, like I said, it makes for a much richer experience for our kids.
Yeah, and for youth to see different examples of what they
Yes.
could be,
Absolutely.
right?
You have some kids who never leave like a 3-block radius
Very
in
true.
Chicago. So some kids have never been downtown. I remember um, being at the Shed Aquarium and listening to a mom and kid, and the kid was asking about a building, like, what's that big building? He was talking about the football stadium. They had never gone that far.
He was on
To Soldier Field.
Field.
Yeah, he's talking about Soldier Field. I was like, wow, you know? And I remember it kind of being that way when I was younger, because I used to go to school on the west side, and just hearing the kids like, I don't know anything about a Ford City. I'm like, seriously? But I had been all around. My parents were really good about taking us all around the city, and we have family everywhere. So I was exposed to
Different areas. and
different areas
neighborhoods.
around Chicago. But that's not every household. That's not every kid.
And that's not every city.
Yeah.
I mean, not every Chicago public school,
Yeah.
right? Because you might think some schools offer more than other schools. It depends on the neighborhood that you're in, right?
does, yeah.
And the resources that that neighborhood has, right? And I think that people don't realize that, because you made a good comment. This is the same thing in the Latino community, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes there's kids that never leave that neighborhood.
Yeah.
All they know is what they know right there in Little Village or in Pilsen or McKinley Park or Brighton Park, right?
Yeah.
They only know from one corner to the next: school, home, church, maybe, right? And the restaurant they might go to every weekend, or
Yeah.
the flea market or whatever,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
All
that's true.
that's all they know. So I mean, I know for me, I went to public school system. I'm thankful that at least they took us on field trips
Mhm.
and exposed us to some things, different museums, right?
Yeah.
But I know that's not the case for everybody, right? So I love that you guys are doing that you're giving exposure to kids
Yeah.
and showing them different places and what could be.
Yeah, we eventually want to actually travel, take trips, domestic and internationally. Like I would love to take our girls to go build a well in Africa or something like super dope like that. But part of our program is raising community leaders. Like you have not acquired success if you leave your community behind.
Wow.
And that needs to be taught. That used to be what our culture was about, years and years ago. But it's so different now. And I feel like a lot of people are more so in survival mode where they only think about themselves and what they want to do. They think about business, but only about them, for themselves. Money is more important than the actual person, and that's not community. And so I want to change that. People should always be more important than money. If you serve and treat people well, if they come first, the money will come regardless.
So my question to you then is, what's your definition of building community, right? Because I know it's different for everybody. So what would your definition of building community be?
It's building a support where when I see my neighbor and I see that they have a need, I'm not waiting for them to ask for my help. I see that you're doing something dope, so I'm going to lock arms with you because I believe in what you're doing. Even if I don't fully understand it, I know that that's positive. I know the impact that it could have, and it may not directly affect me, but it indirectly affects me regardless. So, seeing that my sister or my neighbor is doing something great and locking arms, saying, how can I support you in this? That's real community.
I love that definition. I'm curious, Kenya, what's your definition of that then? Because you're here building community with entrepreneurs. So what's your definition?
I would say making sure that everyone has a stake in their neighborhood, in business, in schools, and the lives of their residents. I would say is community, and definitely if I'm on this block, everyone on this block should be knowing about this location, should be able to come in here, hold a meeting here. Their children should be able to come here, take classes here, to donate their time here, to
Yeah.
volunteer here, to help build this location up and make sure it stays in the community because it's such a positive entity.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I love that. And how long? You said 9 years. The store's been here 9 years?
We have personally been here 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, August 1st made 9 years.
Wow. And you're gonna open up. It's so exciting to hear that you want to open up another store. You're gonna go maybe O'Hare Airport.
Yes, we're
maybe-
looking for that airport. That's next on the agenda. Yeah.
Now, if someone was looking for, like, let's say they need, do you have more space for more entrepreneurs?
do.
Like, or what if someone wants to get involved and wants to come visit? Like, what can they do?
Okay. So if you would like to just check us out on the web, please go to our website, which is www.absolutelyanythingessential.com, www.absolutelyanythingessential.com. If you are a handmade artisan, if you are a small business owner looking for a location to, run your business out of, you can come and visit us. You can give us a call at 312-238-9447, 312-238-9447. You can visit us and check us out on the weekends, and that way you can get a tour of the location. We're open Fridays 3 to 6, Saturdays 12 to 4, Sundays 12 to 4. And you can come to some of our events, which we have one this Friday from 5 to 9, Bronzeville Summer Nights.
Yeah, the Bronzeville Summer Nights, and you can see. I know that we have. We'll share the information, but you can just come. So they just come to the corner of 35th and Martin Luther King Drive.
You're going to come to Absolutely Anything Essential. So you're going to
Okay,
come
there
to
you go.
3521 South King Drive this Friday.
Beautiful. I love that. So I'm excited to hear what's going to happen with you guys. I'm excited that we connected and, just learning more about your business, learning more about the community. You even gave us some historical information, right? The history behind just being here in Bronzeville, right? And then what this building itself, you said a little bit of history about this building.
Yes, this is a landmark building. This is the Supreme Life Building, which was the first insurance company in the city of Chicago back in the early 1900s. And right across the street from us is the Freedom Statue. That's where all the tourists come and take photos. So we are really on a legendary strip right here on the corridor of 35th and King Drive.
I love that for you guys. So you guys got it. You guys can go check out her website, and you guys are all on the social media platforms,
On
correct?
social media platforms, Absolutely Anything Essential, and
Inspire Her Chicago.
Inspire Her Chicago. And then the film, you have open mic night. When is that again?
yes, the next open mic is Friday, August 22nd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That'll be on the website soon. Friday, August 22nd, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, that's super awesome. I love that you guys are doing this. I love you guys are in the community. I mean, I saw you at the Black Women's Expo. That's why I thought it was super cool. Like you were there as well. You know, we connected. And I actually love the fact that you're doing a lot of outreach, you know, and exposure, and you're partnering. You're part of the Chicago Urban League as well. For those that don't know what the Chicago Urban League, what is that organization?
Yes. Number one, let me give a shout out to Miss Diane McDonald, who is such a hard worker. She works at the Chicago Urban League. She was actually my mentor before I got awarded the grant to open up this establishment. So I want to give a shout out to the Chicago Urban League. They help entrepreneurs, residents. They offer home ownership programs, entrepreneurship programs, youth and young adult programs. They are really a community organization that has been embedded in the community across the United States. So we're just dealing with the Chicago Urban League, but there's urban leagues across the United States. So join and, you know, see how they can help you.
Yeah, and they don't just support, they support everybody. And even though it's, you know, majority is African Americans, right? They support everybody, right? I know I used to work with them a long time ago, you know, and I know they do like expungement too, like people need to expunge
Yes.
their backgrounds and stuff like that. They have services like that. They used to have a whole credit building program.
Will do.
So I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool that I connected with a lot of people there that I haven't talked to in a long time. So you have the incubator space. So you guys already heard it. You heard from Kenya. You heard from Andrea, right? You guys come check out the events that are coming up. The Bronzeville Summer Nights. They have a website here, bronzevillesummernights.com. You guys can go check out more information on their event that's coming up. And of course, the business is right here, right? You have the gift shop. You have the whole film production,
theater
the
company,
theater
yes.
company. So
We're all in one.
that's beautiful. So I really appreciate you guys being here, and you guys are watching. Thank you for watching. You guys can check me out at wisealliancenetwork.com. Go to the website and connect with me directly. If you want to connect with these ladies, please feel free to reach out to me as well and connect, and I can make the introduction. But I definitely love coming and just giving exposure to businesses like yourselves, right? Entrepreneurs. I think that's what it's about for me.
That is. And I want to say thank you to you, Jennifer, for even coming here, taking a chance, and enjoying coffee with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. You guys are amazing. Have a great, blessed rest of your week. Talk to you guys.